Ever tried moving a mountain by yourself? But get a community behind you and suddenly things seem so easy. Today we're talking about the secret sauce of successful political parties, building a real community. And no, we don't mean just having a bunch of followers on Instagram. First up, inclusivity. No matter how you define inclusion, it has big value to make sure everyone's voice is heard. Even more so in case you want to do something ambitious or new. If your leadership team looks more identical than a boy band from the 90s, you might want to rethink your strategy. People with different backgrounds, whether it is culturally, educational, or something else, tend to have different approaches to a problem. So encouraging diverse perspectives and participation can be the key to moving that mountain. Second, people like to know what's going on. This is not just valuable because then people feel involved, it is also essential if you want them to do anything. Sounds obvious, but it is forgotten more often than you think, and if people don't know what's happening, they obviously cannot help. So make sure you keep people informed. Using different forms of communications makes sure everyone finds information in the way they like, whether it's newsletters, chat groups, or carrier pigeons. Okay, maybe not the pigeons, but make sure you mix it up. With all of this, make sure you add an option for people to give feedback to address concerns and improve community satisfaction. And here's the real pro tip. When people talk, actually listen. Mind-blowing, I know. Now, about those community activities. The third element of a real community is engagement. Welcome to the 21st century, where your community lives both in the real world and in the digital universe. You can organize events, workshops, and meetups consistently to facilitate interaction and bonding among members. And you can use social media and other digital platforms to engage with members, share updates, and promote discussions. Each has its pros and cons, and different groups may have different preferences. So here, like with many things, a mix is best. Taking it a step further, think hybrid, like a workshop where people can join in person or in their pajamas from home. Moreover, as you've learned, every great organization and thus community needs a foundation. We're talking about clearly articulating the organization's mission, goals, and shared values to unite members around a common cause. Think of it as your community's DNA. Without it, you're just a random group of people who happen to like the same color scheme. So in every communication, event, or other activity you do, make sure it radiates your DNA. Lastly, remember, everyone wants to feel like a superhero sometimes. This is even more important for people who work with intrinsic motivation and for their ideals, like in so many political parties. Recognizing their hard work is essential to maintain their motivation. So celebrate the wins, big and small, to boost morale and encourage continued participation. And make sure you provide opportunities for members to take on leadership roles and new responsibilities. Not only to make them grow and become even more effective members, but also to foster a sense of agency and commitment. So, building a community isn't about having the most followers or the loudest voice. It's about creating a space where people want to stay, contribute, and grow together. That way, you have happy and productive members. Ready to build your political party's community? Think of including everyone, communicating clearly, engaging consistently, sharing values, and celebrating successes. No mountain too high, right?